What is up, guys? Eric here from EVM Productions, here with kind of a different video in a way, because it's a little bit more unorganized than usual. Usually I have like a topic to go over, but I have multiple to go over. And also because I just want to make a short video for today to post so long stuff. Soon I'll be posting some more gear related videos and sound related videos and stuff. I just need to figure out when. I think the 15th. Around the 15th. Look out for the shorts then. For some of the shows that I've been at and all that kind of stuff. For now, MMA wise, let's start from the top down. Yeah, heavyweight division. So the heavyweight division is a little bit screwed because, like, people are climbing the rankings that haven't won, that just got knocked out. Same thing happens in different divisions as well, but predominantly heavyweight. It's because heavyweight has almost no talent right now. The only guy that had some talent got his eye gouged out, and then most of you guys, the fans, just said he's faking it. Then he got eye surgery, and then people still say, no, he's still faking it. The list goes on. I disagree on that take. I feel he did get injured. It's just the level that he got injured at is just different. I don't think it's that bad, but it's good that he got his eye surgery now for in case anything else is really bad. Then on top of that, Cyril Gane's just chilling around. We may see him versus Pereira, which is a little bit weird, and also it would be weird for the title because Tom is still the champion, even if he got his eye completely gouged out in that fight. Also, what's preventing Cyril Gane from doing the same thing to Alex Pereira? And Alex Pereira just doing so much that he can to survive, and then still giving in because his eye is almost popped out of his skull. That's where the problem comes back. It's like this guy has done it multiple times throughout his career. We need to stop it. Also, I do favor Pereira in that fight, although he would get some issues and some fits from the lighter, quick Cyril Gane. But yeah, we don't have much talent in that division. That division needs some talent, and it's really weird. How come there is such a lack of heavyweight talent? After probably 10 years of optimized fighters popping up. Anyway, guess we need some genetic freaks or some shit like that, and some very talented explosive fighters to pop out, which just they might not be born yet. Anyway, light heavyweight, that situation is also confuzzled because we have Khamzat Chimaev wanting to come up to fight at light heavyweight. Pereira has the belt, but no sense that there's any news coming for him. Ankalaev is still there, but he needs a win before he can get back at the title, and he needs a big win, which that's why the Yuri versus Ankalaev fight makes more sense because they have some beef. But then again, Yuri is actually the guy in line because he has the most wins at the division. See, it's so confuzzled. Let Carlos Ulberg versus Ankalaev happen. The winner of that gets whoever has the belt next. Then Yuri versus Pereira for the final time. And if Pereira wins again, we know how that's going. Then Pereira can instantly go for the heavyweight title. Because then at that time, gives time for Cyril and Tom to have a rematch. See, that would be perfect. But for some odd reason, these guys are just pushing. Khamzat's pushing for light heavyweight. Pereira's pushing for heavyweight. Cyril Gane is pushing for heavyweight with Pereira. And he's trying to dip and dodge Tom Aspinall, which is kind of stupid in my opinion, because if he feels he was winning before the eye pokes, then why not just stick at it, you see? Then at middleweight, Khamzat Chimaev again. He's again the issue. Almost talked in my native tongue there, but yeah. Khamzat's the issue because we have no news. He's beefing with a lot of people that he shouldn't be, like Ian Gary, now Sean Strickland. But then again, with Sean, it's kind of like, yeah, we trained that one time, but I'm not going to fight you. No sign of him really wanting the Imavov fight. And now suddenly he just wants Pereira at light heavyweight just because he thinks it's an easy matchup, which is so blatant, which that takes the prestige off of the whole thing. If it was a challenge for him, then whoa, we all would be like, yes, let's get this going. Like when Ilya Topuria said he wants to fight Islam Makhachev, we realized that, oh, he's a striker wanting to fight a grappling monster. That means it's a challenge. It would be something to overcome. It's not just like an easy matchup for him. You see. Anyhow, what else? Who else at middleweight? Nothing's happening with MVP. We wanted MVP versus Izzy. That never happened. Stupid. Really stupid. Dricus du Plessis has no fight. We think he's going to fight Brendan Allen, which I'm kind of like clenching my teeth on that one because that is not the best fight for him. But I hope he still pulls it off. We know Dricus, before losing to Hamzat, had this weird aura of just winning. He just gets it done, which I hope that comes back. I hope it shows, because he did become a champion and defend it. So, yeah. There's some welterweights that want to come up to middleweight. That's fine, but then, again, this is going to throw the whole rankings aside. Like, that's a mess as well. Welterweight is not a mess. It's just we're all stressing that Kamaru Usman will get unsolicited, what do I call it again? See, I'm tired, guys. I hate when this happens. Because of the Crohn's disease that I have, the chronic illness that I have, I get corticosteroid brain fog. That means the steroids that I'm on for the condition is freaking with my brain. And that means I forget words, sentences, and things that happened. And it's so annoying because this is not how I usually talk, and wasn't how I talked for the last while. But now that my health is a little bit in the dip and coming back up, now I'm still sick, and now I talk like this. So annoying. Anyhow, Kamaru Usman does not deserve the title shot. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Versus Islam Makhachev. I hope it doesn't happen, because he only has one win, not even from a top 5 guy. Yeah, I don't know. Then they dropped Shavkat Rakhmonov because he kept jumping out of his fights, dropping out of them because of injuries and stuff like that. That is very sad, but I feel there's a point that the UFC has to say, like, this guy's unreliable. Like, Paulo Costa needs to be eviscerated from the rankings already. He was the guy that needed to get dropped, not Shavkat. It sucks that Shavkat got dropped, but he was just behind Paulo Costa on that list. So, fair game in my opinion. I hope he comes back and then gets pushed back up into the top 5 if he gets a good win. But how can we justify him being there if he hasn't fought since 2023, 2024? Early 2024? Versus Gary, I think. And even then he was injured again and stuff like that. You see, I feel bad for him, but I understand the UFC side of this. Bilal Muhammad, yeah, I don't know if we see him again near the title. Carlos Prates is just chilling around, waiting for the correct fight. People were thinking that at the White House, him and Conor McGregor's going to get at it. I was like, no, that's just a rumor, guys, that spread. Like, that would be a bad fight for Conor to get back. If Conor came back, it would be Smart versus Nate Diaz, Masvidal. Who else did he have beef with? Who else in the UFC currently? Or maybe put him against Kamaru Usman. Now that's a cool fight right now. That's a better fight. Only problem is Usman will win, but still a better fight. Anyway, let's move down to lightweight again. Ilya Topuria has sorted out his women issues, I'll say it like that, his relationship issues. And he's just chilling, waiting until he's fully ready to go with Arman. It seems like he's going to fight Arman. That's how it's trending. That's how everybody is pushing for it. To me, Arman is busy enjoying himself, but staying ready. His training with Demetrius Johnson was so good to watch. Like the fight IQ, of Demetrius Johnson, and you could see Arman was like, "What? Why didn't I think of this stuff?" And it's because DJ just thinks different. Like, I really respect how he thinks and how he could possibly improve Arman. Because the stuff he showed him, I'm like, if Arman did that, he would be such a killer. Like, extremely good. If he was, like, better on his feet, just like Islam, he would be one of the top dogs in the UFC, not just at lightweight. I hope that fight gets booked. We think it will not be booked before or after. Like, it will be before or after the White House card. Which, by the way, the UFC is leaning hard towards the White House card and all this junk. It's kind of frustrating to me because they have a trend of doing this, that all the other cards fall off unless this big one does its thing, like UFC 300. And then we as fans starve because there's no even amount of consistency. Anyhow, Arman obviously is next for the belt. BSD is chilling there. I don't know what to do with him fully. I think maybe if they do the thing that I don't want them to do because Gaethje just won, then they're going to leapfrog Arman. Then it's going to be Arman versus BSD, which that would be sad if that happens. And then if imagine Gaethje wins and he beats Ilia Topuria. Like, I don't know about you, but that would be crazy. Insane, in fact. Because he didn't look that sharp and that fast in his fight versus Paddy. But I think a better fight would be Gaethje versus Benoit Saint-Denis. Then Arman versus Ilia can happen. At the end of the year, the winner of those two fights face each other for the belt. And then Ilia can decide if he chases Islam or whoever has the next belt at welterweight. Who else is there that has news? Paddy, he has a fallback fight to get back on. Like, he needs to fall back and fight somebody to get back in the win column. I think Dan Hooker is the perfect guy to fight for him, especially with all the beef they have and all the weird stuff that popped up on Dan Hooker's side. I think that's the perfect fight. At featherweight, Volkanovski is still the champ, which is insane. I hope he just says, listen, I'm going to retire instead. But we're waiting on Lerone Murphy versus Evloev. And if they fight, then we know who's going to fight for the belt. But that's going to take so long. I have this weird feeling that we're not going to see Volk fight this year again. I have a feeling about it. And it's not because of him possibly getting injured or something like that. I have a feeling that either Lerone or Evloev will be injured or too damaged past their fight. And then who's going to fight for the belt then? Somebody that I'm missing at the top there. Aljo? No. The rest of featherweight, we're waiting on some new prospects to really to surge up in the rankings. We know Yair Rodriguez is a bit missing. A lot of people say that he's kind of suspended or something like that. I don't remember if that's true. I haven't really checked up on him. Sorry, just being honest. Oh yeah, I forgot actually about Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. Oh, at lightweight. All right, guys. Sorry, I jumped there. But in short, whoever wins that fight, you see, it's such a log jam now. The way I laid it out is better. But whoever wins versus Max Holloway and Oliveira is going to be way ahead. This is stupid in my opinion. Shit. That's another division that's really log jammed, like properly. And the guys are not fighting that often that we can say, the log jam is going to clear up fast. It's going to be slow and painful. Okay, back to bantamweight now, because I'm not going to go back there. Okay, bantamweight. Merab just lost. We want the rematch of Peter Yan and Merab for the trilogy. I'm fine if Peter Yan fights one of the other contenders before then, like Umar. Like, the problem though is, Umar maybe gets the belt. Let's say somehow he defeats the new version of Peter Yan that can defend takedowns, he's girthier, all that stuff. Just like MMA Shea would say. Let's say he defeats him. Then it's Merab versus Umar again, and that kind of kills the vibe because we know Merab won the last time, and he won convincingly. And then down the rankings, we have Sandhagen still, Sean O'Malley with a win now, but he needs another one and a good one to get to the title. Oof. Sean O'Malley is in a bad position, in my opinion. Like, he can either just lose against all the grapplers, or he can face a striker and people be like, nah, but you had a tit-for-tat spar-off versus these guys. It's not that good. But I really like Sandhagen versus Sean O'Malley. There's somebody else that I'm missing now at bantamweight. See you guys. I hate this brain fog stuff. It's not how I usually function. But anyway. I'm going to go down to 125. 125 is a little bit of a situation because of Joshua Van and Pantoja. It sounds like the Tyra fight versus Joshua Van might be cancelled. I'm not sure. I haven't checked up again on that. I hope actually that those two fight and the winner fights Pantoja and Pantoja doesn't break his arm or elbow or whatever. Something doesn't fail before he actually gets to put on a performance and we get a clear winner there. The rest of the division is Mandelkap. Yeah, Mandelkap actually should be fighting for the belt in my opinion, but that poor dude. Mukayev stopped his momentum for the belt last time, and then from there it's been up, down because of all kinds of situations with him. Then with the women, 135, weird, and really no prospects really that's interesting. 125, also weird, and the lack of prospects. And then for Zhang, yeah, same thing. The women fights, it's not because most fans hate females and stuff. A lot of people misunderstand that. It's because the fights really tend to not deliver. Like, we were spoiled with Zhang versus Jacek. Rose versus Zhang Weili was also first a little bit of a sparring match and then a KO. But Valentina versus Nunes, these kind of fights don't happen anymore. And the fights where big knockouts happen don't, because Nunes, the only woman with such insane, well, one of two women in my opinion, with such insane punching power, is gone. Like, that was a genetic anomaly. That's how special these fighters were. And then some of these fighters, like Valentina, that did get a lot of finishes, is kind of at the end of their careers, meaning higher competition, making the finishes harder, and two, they don't hit as hard, they're not as fast, they're not thinking as clearly. That means she is over that little hump. Rose is also there. Like, really, you could see it. And that is sad because they were all great. But the problem is they went out of their prime a little bit earlier than we fought. And then also, now that they're at that point, the fights are going to be boring. So it's really hard to justify sitting through this stuff. However, this is just like a growing pains phase. And then outside of the UFC, we heard Ronda Rousey's coming back, guys. That's going to be funny. I'm not going to watch it, but it's going to be funny to hear how Ronda got bonked again, because I saw a video of her training today, finally. I don't know why guys are really focusing so hard on this, but sorry, it's just funny. I saw it and they were like, hey, she looks better than last time. I'm like, better doesn't mean good. And what I saw is horrible. Like, hold on. That's literally how she looked. And I'm like, you're a pro fighter and apparently you've been training the last few years, but you're looking like this. And she doesn't, they're like, no, she's moving ahead. No, she's moving where punches throws her body. She's literally not moving ahead. Like, Tyron Woodley had the same problem where he would blitz, but with his chin in the air like this. And you see, it moves your head a tiny bit, but that's just because your shoulders is rotating. It's not you slipping. It's a little bit hard to slip with cushions behind you. It's not you slipping. You see, it's not the same thing. Or just moving, ducking, etc. It's not the same thing. And now people are saying, like, she's better. It's like, no, she's not. This is going to be a horrible fight. It's going to be boring. It's going to be a waste of time. Don't do it. Don't watch it. Just ignore. And I'll do a separate video on boxing. Boxing is also complicated and stuff. But yeah, I hope I covered everything, so that now we're caught up, so that when I make random videos and stuff, people know what I'm talking about a tiny bit. Anyway, guys, I'm going to be honest. after covering all of this, it's not looking good this year. This year is going to feel like 2023 did, where it was bad, then it started getting good, then 2024 was better because of how things at least unclogged itself in 2023, and then 2024 was, and then it went better and better. I hope really that this Paramount situation, etc., means that things will improve. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll talk to you guys about sound and all this kind of stuff later on. I think I'll make a video after this actually, maybe surrounding that. Just a topic because I'm seeing a client later. Wish me luck, guys. I think I'll get it, but what the main goal will be is just to provide the most value for this client, etc. And then you guys are going to see me at the venue most of the time because I have 2 jobs then, and one is full-time, one will be on and off, meaning videos will have to wait, or I'm going to have to make videos outside of the venue day while I'm busy. Cheers.